Hey guys, it's Goldy here, and today I'm in a Windows VM, and I'm going to show you how to install mov-cli on Windows. Now you may have noticed, at least as of this video upload, there isn't any Windows instructions on installing mov-cli, and that's because it's actually quite long, so I just didn't want to write instructions for it because it just takes time to structure. So anyways, besides the point, we're on a Windows VM and we're going to install mov-cli. So the first thing you want to do is open up a command prompt, and you want to see if you have Python installed on your system. To do that, just type Python. Also, you could type py and see if that works. Now, you might have had a different result on your system. You might have typed Python and it might have launched like a Microsoft Store page. I'm going to want you to close that Microsoft Store page and not install Python from the Windows Store, as I believe there are some problems with doing that. With mov-cli itself, I had someone install Python through Windows Store and mov-cli didn't work. Don't know exactly why, but it's just very frowned upon to install Python from the Microsoft Store in the first place anyways. So I just don't recommend that. What you want to do is, if you have Python not installed on your system, if you do have it installed in your system, then feel free to skip ahead on the video. Is actually install it. To install it, you should go to python.org. This is the page. And what you want to do is go to downloads, and you want to click on download Python 3.12.3. That will give you the Python exe file. You just click on that, want to open that setup file, and you'll be prompted this. Now what you want to do here is a very important step. Make sure you click add Python exe to path. Very important step right here. Click next, and it should install. And you can just ignore this and you can just close it. Python is successfully installed in your system now. Now to test that, you can go to the command prompt and you can type Python. Now you should give us this little prompt right here, and we can just exit out of this. This is just to test that we have Python installed. Now the next step is actually to type pip install mov-cli. And it's done. Now what we're going to do is close the terminal and open it up once again. Now type mov-cli. In a few seconds, it should be prompted this over here. Now, mov-cli actually won't work yet because we're actually missing a few things. We are missing a prompt selector and we are missing a media player. So we actually need a media player installed for mov-cli to function correctly. And on top of that, I recommend you install the FCF selector menu. To do so, go to your browser and type scoop. And obviously, as you can see by the result, you probably want to type scoop Windows. And click on scoop.sh. And what you want to do here is open up a PowerShell terminal and type these two commands. This is going to allow us to install Scoop, which is the Windows package manager, which allows us to install applications like FZF and MPV, which is a media player, very quickly and swiftly. What you want to do here is type Y, and now we enter the next command, which is going to actually install things. And as you can see, I already have Scoop installed, but for you guys, it should install Scoop. And now what you want to do is type scoop install git. The reason why we want to install git is because git is actually required for us to add repositories, and I'm going to show you why in a second why we need to add a repository. And now we're going to have to install MPV. So if you head over to the Scoop website and head over to apps and we type MPV, we should get this right here. So first of all, before installing MPV, we need to add the extras repository. It's just scoop bucket add extras. Also, scoop does work in your command prompt, so you can actually use command prompt or PowerShell. But I'm just gonna continue doing my thing in PowerShell. So we could do scoop. bucket add extras, which is going to add the extras repository, which is going to allow us to install the MPV media player. Now that that is done, now we can use the scoop install MPV. /extra/MPV also works, but MPV can also be used like so. Scoop install MPV. It's going to install media player. There's two options for media players you can use with mov-cli. You can use other media players as well, but the recommended ones, well, the first class support ones at least, are VLC and MPV. So you can choose between them. I highly recommend MPV. I've had a lot of issues with VLC when it comes to streaming media, although when it comes to just, you know, viewing local media, there's no problem with it. But when it comes to like streaming content, I see a lot of issues and a lot of buffering, a lot of lag and stuff. So I highly recommend MPV. MPV has had like, it's a whole lot better when it comes to streaming from my experience. So yeah. And we also have one more thing we need to install. We need to install something called FCF, which is gonna give us a very nice selection menu in our terminal, which is something I'm gonna show you guys in a second. Now we can close Windows PowerShell, and we want to restart command prompt. It's a very important step to restart command prompt. And now we can use the mov-cli command, which is gonna work once again. So there's actually one more step for mov-cli. We actually need to install a plugin. However, I'm not gonna go that far in the tutorial. If you want to install a plugin, just head over to our GitHub and head over to the wiki and head over to plugins, and there's some instructions here on how to install plugins and how to get that working. Very straightforward. So for now, I'm just gonna use the test plugin, which is a plugin that is in every mov-cli installation. And to even verify that, we can actually do -E and show you the configuration here. You can see we have the mov-cli test plugin, which is just a plugin that allows us to watch Creative Commons and free movies, open source and free. Okay. So we can actually do -S and test, and we can do ABC, which is just gonna allow us to search through everything. And then we get this little prompt here. We'll go to mov-cli, which says command line, use to stream or watch anything from the comfort of your terminal, blah blah blah. And it also tells us here that we should install plugins to leverage the full power of mov-cli. You can press enter. And now we have a few options, a few free movies. Some of them are made by Blender Studio, I believe. You can watch a few things like Wing It, which should open up our MPV media player. I'm currently having some difficulties in my VM, but you should be able to do, you should be able to run the test plugin. And if I just do ABC, and it will give us this little prompt, and I should be able to watch one of these Creative Commons films with the MPV media player. And that's pretty much it. That should be the setup in Windows. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, hit a like. If you didn't enjoy it, hit dislike. And peace out.